Hi, my name is
𝗦𝗨𝗦𝗖𝗥𝗕𝗘, and this is mighty 8-year-old London.
Okay.
And, Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And I think one of the errors that we make as parents is that we allow especially all these topics that we talked about tonight, we allow the other side to teach our children.
Yep.
They beat us to the punch.
Yep.
And
You let them beat us to the punch.
my question tonight is how do we address these topics when we're talking about at a younger age? And I know you kind of touched a bit about that right now, but what are some strategies that we could use? I mean, we know that social media, even film, all that, they're introducing these ideologies to children, and how can we protect our kids? How can we raise them up?
I think one technique you can use, which isn't too preachy but kind of fun, is play spot the lie. So if the TV's on and something comes on, say premarital sex, and everyone's happy and there's no negative consequences, you say to your child, what's the lie in this? Spot the lie. You could be driving down the street and you see something. What's the lie in this? What is this selling? And then just have a conversation. You don't have to take out the Bible and do a sermon. You can just play spot the lie. That's just one idea.
I think you have to change the culture of who we are as Christians. I think that we have a lot of things that we talk about as Christians, probably not a lot you talk about at home, around the dinner table. We talk about a lot of stuff around the dinner table, but we seldom talk about what we believe as Christians around
How
the
about
dinner
having
table.
dinner to begin with?
Yeah, even that. But I mean, look, I knew growing up a lot about the Rams because my dad was a huge Rams fan. I knew a lot about then the Cowboys because my grandfather was a huge Cowboys fan. Out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks, right? So the question is, and I remember asking my sons, I have one who went through college to become a psychologist, who's now the cop, and then I have one that went through the hard sciences to become an anesthesiologist. And I remember asking them, how did you get through some of those places at USC and at UCLA without losing your faith? And my son Jimmy said, well, because I just knew you kind of gave us this healthy disrespect for professors. And I thought, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't saying, hey, when you get to college, they're going to be lying to you. But what he heard at the dinner table constantly, and my friend Dirk would come over, is he heard the overflow of us talking about how our Christian worldview impacted every aspect of life. That we were geeking out on that. You see what I'm saying? That you already are geeking out on something. Pull out your phone and show me what your podcasts are. Show me what your playlist is. I'll know what you love by how you spend your time. So the question is, are we willing to not add another thing? Are you willing to exchange the stupid in your life that you spend a lot of time on? I mean, look, tomorrow the Cavs are playing the Indiana Pacers, okay? It's game 7 of that first round of the NBA. I can tell you a lot. Is that tonight? Is that tonight? Let's get the heck out of here. The point I'm trying to make is, there's a lot of stuff that we're wasting our time on. And you know a lot of details about a lot of stuff, and your kids catch that. I don't know we need to have a real strong strategy for how we interact with our kids. I think what we have to do is change what we love, and that will spill over into the lives of our kids. And if we love a rich, robust, thoughtful Christian life, our kids will grow up with a rich, robust, thoughtful Christian life.
Yep.
Well, unsurprisingly, I'm going to offer a more succinct answer than my elder colleagues. It's 2 words: homeschool. And after that, send them to Summit Ministries.
I will tell you this, we all teach at Summit Ministries.
Absolutely.
And at Summit, we start in May, we end in August. So the first session of Summit is before school gets out, so it's almost always nothing more than homeschoolers in the first session.
Yeah.
And then the last session is usually late, a lot of homeschoolers in the last session. And so we get a chance to see 14 weeks of students, 7 different sessions, and we see the difference between homeschoolers and public high schoolers. Am I kidding or not?
Not at all.
It's unbelievable.
So I'm here on the other end now of that journey that you're in the sense that I'm a grandfather. We homeschooled our kids. Our grandkids are being homeschooled. And for both those generations, we taught them, we never shied away from programs like Nova or any evolutionary program. We taught them evolution, and we showed them the flaws in evolution, and we taught them creationism, and we showed them the strengths in creationism. We never pulled them away from things of what Frank was touching on, which is critical thinking. We have lost the discipline in our culture as parents to teach our kids critical thinking. It is almost an abomination today to teach your kid, to tell your kid, ask your teacher when they say something, raise your hand, ask them, why is that true, teacher? Every student should be asking their teacher, why is that true, sir? Why is that true, ma'am? If you ask your teachers today that question, you will derail the entire class. The teacher has not been programmed to answer questions like, why? They've just been programmed to give a set bit of data. Teach your kids to think critically, which is always asking the question why. And as long as they're asking the question why, I'm confident they'll get to the truth. And the great thing is, we're not making up the truth here. We are those who have been drawn to the truth. God is truth. His word is true. God cannot lie. He doesn't lie. And it's a glorious thing to have the truth behind you in what you're teaching your kids. And when he said, train up a child in the way that he or she should go, we need to remember something. Boy, is this going to be politically incorrect, but get this, it's Bible. Children today, when you see that you have a baby girl born or a baby boy born, listen, parents, when every little boy is going to pick up your high heels and try to put them on. Every little girl is going to try to put on her daddy's belt or wallet.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to say, son, we don't wear high heels. Mommies wear high heels. Boys wear boots. Put on daddy's boots. Did you know you're supposed to do that? We're meeting with parents today that when a boy is 7 years old and tried on his mother's bra, she thought it was okay for him to wear it around the house all day. And dad came home and they had a big blowout. What was mom supposed to do? Well, he wanted to try it on. Mom, you're the parent. You need to say, boys don't wear bras. But we have allowed the culture, Jim said it, we've allowed the culture to shape not only our Christianity, but shape our family and our children. And this is absolutely wrong. We need to train up a child. Are they a boy? Listen, do they have boy biology? Then you steer them in the direction of boy. A lot of the kids today that are confused, a lot of it's result, not just the public school system, which is helping. Mom and dad didn't point them in the direction that they should go. It's a sad fact.
I don't know if you, this is a church that I think gets it because you have a pastor who gets it. But did you hear when Jack said it? I can still hear like a palpable silence.
Screech.
Yeah, like there's a hesitation. Like we have now been trained by the culture and by the media to hear Jack's words differently.
That's right.
Did you notice that? In other words, we hear what he's saying, and 10 years ago we just said, well, duh. Mm-hmm. But now you hear what he's saying, and you're like, ooh.
Because the instructions
you're
coming
looking
from
around
the view.
to see, should I even approve that? I don't know if you guys heard that. I heard it.
Oh, you could feel it.
Yeah.
It's you being indoctrinated. The View will tell you what to do with your kids. Pop psychology will tell you what to do with your kids. Dr. Phil will tell you what you should do with your kids. Who are these people?